Okay. All right, we're out here on to do a repairability test. Today is December 9th. It's 52 degrees, and we're doing a repairability test on the roof for customer last name Kern, K-E-R-N. The tools we're going to use, got a hammer and a claw of a ring. Repairability test should be with a low profile pry bar, and so that's what we're going to use. Over here, the four criteria we're going to look at is delamination, granule loss, tearing of shingles, and material transfer. Bottom line, so this shingle right here is the shingle that we're going to take out. We're going to be replacing this whole slope, so it doesn't matter if we take it out, put it back, but this shingle right here is the one we're going to take out. We're going to simulate a repair. If we were going to repair this shingle, we'd have to take this out and put a new one in. And bottom line, if we can take that out without causing damage to shingles around it, the roof is repairable. If we take that out, if this shingle is damaged and we take it out and it damages this shingle, then we have to replace this shingle. But if we replace this shingle, if this one damaged this one, and if we replace this one, it's going to damage this one. And so the roof will not be repairable. So those are the four criteria we're going to look at. So here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is evaluate if any of these exist here. Delamination, granule loss, tearing, you can't really evaluate that, and then material transfer. So as I rub my hand across the shingles, there's really no granule loss. They're in pretty good condition as far as that goes. And so granules. Then delamination. The teeth on here are laminated to the underside. And so as you can see here, I run this down it. They're adhered. Okay, so there's no delamination going on here. They're all laminated well. And then material transfer, there's a mastic strip under here. Same kind of thing. See, these shingles are adhered down very well. Okay, there's a corner there that's not, but this one is. Okay, so to replace this shingle, there's a row of nails that go in the middle of this shingle right along here. But also, we'll have to lift this shingle because the nails in this shingle that go right along here go through this shingle and the top of this shingle. So we have to loosen two rows of shingles above it in order to replace this shingle. And this shingle above it, again, no delamination, no real granule loss. That one's a little loose. This one's not. Okay, so here we go. We have to break the mastic on this one. Then we have to break the seal. When I say mastic, I mean seal on this one. And then this one has to be. Okay. So now, so the nails along this line right here are loose, but it won't come out because these nails up here are going through both of these shingles. So now, see, this one is stuck a little bit. So now it slides out. There's a couple of nails that pull through, so I gotta take those out. Okay, so now all the nails are out. So now to simulate this, we're going to use the same shingle, but now we would take a new shingle to put in here. But look at this. You're going to get closer here, Lynn, to see this. This mastic, this adhesive, it's dirty right now. It's been pulled. Materials from, look at this. This, originally, the shingles only had mastic right here. There was no mastic right here. So now, the mastic on here, once we've taken it off, has been transferred. Well, actually, back up a second. On this shingle, the mastic was here. There was no mastic here. When it was put on, the mastic here sealed to this one to keep it down. Now the mastic is transferred to this one, and it's dirty and it doesn't work anymore. So we got mastic transfer, material transfer. So now to reinstall it, you know, whether it was this one or a new one, I think I've got a nail up here. Yep. There's a nail. That's stopping that. Oh, come on. Okay. If this was a real repair, we'd be sliding a new shingle in here. And we have to nail it in. So that one's nailed in now, but the nails are missing here, so these have to go in. Okay, so we have just completed the repair. So let's take a look at what's happened. So, first thing we'll look at is delamination. These teeth, right there, there's delamination. That pry bar is going under there. So there's some delamination right there. Pry bar's going under right there. And then this one we had to manipulate. That one held up pretty well. Going under a little bit there, but pretty well. So we got 2 spots of delamination. How about granule loss? Not too bad. I wouldn't say there's real granule loss. So on that, I would say there's delamination, no granule loss. The shingle's so stiff, we ended up with 1 spot. Get in here close, Lynn, where the shingle was torn during the repair. So we've got some tearing, and then material transfer, not just down here where I showed you, but here. Lynn, get in here. So, material transfer. Now there's mastic on both shingles. Mastic on both shingles. These shingles will never adhere back down the way they were originally. It'll never be the way it was. If we put a sealant under there to hold it down, it'll create a maintenance issue. You'll have to come back about every 7 years. It'll create foot traffic that'll cause damage to the roof, and it'll become a maintenance issue for the customer instead of a roof that is sealed down the way it's supposed to be. So over here, delamination, yes. Granule loss, not really. Tearing, yes. Material transfer, yes. So by replacing 1 shingle, we caused damage to the 2 shingles, both of the shingles above it. And then those would have to be replaced, which would damage the ones above them. So on a repairability test, on a pass-fail, it's a fail. There we go.